the most didn't hurt me enough.
What you say? Say again.
It's a monkey right here with the phone in the hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ear headphones that says restarting the song because the part that hurts me the most didn't hurt me enough.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, baby, it's bigger than you think. It's bigger than you think, and it's bigger than you know. It's bigger than what you can see. It's bigger than what you believe. Baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby. All right, let's see. Peace and love, beautiful beings. Floral. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you think. It's bigger than what you thought. Ooh. 222 on the clock. Mm. Peace and love, beautiful beings. It's bigger than you think. Peace and love. Hi. How you doing? It's bigger than you think. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than um peace and love. Who's this? Lopez. Come on, third album. Why haven't I heard the first two? Okay. um yeah. It's bigger than you. The message that I was getting earlier today was about detachment. Detaching from maybe after I finish the message. Yeah, maybe I have to get this message out. I was supposed to get it out hours ago. Excuse the noise in the background, y'all. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. iPhones, well, attention. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. And so the message that I was getting earlier is detaching from anything that, honestly, detachment, period, right? Um, the idea of thinking that we're supposed to be attached to anything all the time it's a lack poverty mindset. It's an unhealthy mindset to have. To think that we're supposed to be attached. Connection and attachments are not the same. Third album out April 2nd, and the February 13th was the second album. And January, forgot all in. Oh wow, you released 3 albums all at the same time. Okay. I don't know how that works, like strategy wise. But yeah, detaching. What needs to be detached from here? What needs to be detached from here? The Alchemist card just came out. Somebody needs to detach from of the fear of um, alchemy, but that's not the word I was about to use. Detach from the fear of your spiritual gifts. Somebody is attached to something that you have a gift in, but you are afraid of. Like, you know how they teach you, especially as kids, fear is something that's taught as a child. I mean, fear of the darkness, or fear in general is something that's taught as a child, but like fear of the dark, right? Because you're taught all these boogie monsters and evil things and stuff like that. Can y'all hear me? Because there's a lot of noise. Oh, which is why it took me so long to go live, y'all, because I don't be liking going live when it be all this noise. I hope y'all can't hear them screaming in the background as clearly as I can, but I'm getting this energy of like, paz y amor. You said te amo, paz y amor. Fun facts, I didn't like, so detaching from a fear that you have. Like, you know, as a kid, they teach us to be afraid of the dark. They teach us all these monsters and whatever lives out in the dark. And something you were taught to fear or be afraid of is a gift that you have. It's a fear. That fear is a gift that you have, and you have to detach from that fear in order to connect to that spiritual gift. Muy poquito. Muy poquito habla español. Mi medio lengua is English. I know a little bit. Look at this. Peace. Peace is your purpose, your power. Energize, authentically creating evolution. So, yeah. And then the Alchemist card just came out again with the confidence card. Courage, confidence, good friend. Like, come on now. I'm going to take the Alchemist card because the way it just jumped out again, we're going to take the Alchemist card. You are an alchemist. It says your ability to transmute and transform energy leads to trouble that brings insight to the enlightenment, known or unknown, that you deeply desire. So you are presently alchemizing the things that you have been hurt by, the things that you have struggled with, suffered from, or has brought you a lot of pain, right? Something that has brought you a lot of pain. You are presently alchemizing, but there's some sense of fear here that whatever you went through, you're not going to be able to fully heal from this time around, or you think that it's, yeah, because look at this courage card just came back out. This is a card that just came out. It says you've done or you are doing the things others only believed could be a dream. That's where this fear is coming in, and I'm getting heavy anxiety as well. That's where this fear is coming in. You're doing something that you've never seen be done before. You're doing something that people told you couldn't be done. And so you don't have people around you. You don't have people around you. You know how you have like mentors where you can go, like people normally have mentors that they can go to and be like, hey, like I need some guidance, I need some clarity or some insight into like how to move forward. Like if you was to start a business or something, like you have somebody who who you can go to and get advice about how to move forward in your business or starting of that business, right? But what they're doing here, it's something that's never been done before. Nobody around you in this generation or several generations before you have done what you're doing. And so you have this fear, and it's causing anxiety. And it's causing anxiety in you, and you have to detach from that fear. You have to detach from that fear. Once you detach from that fear, once you detach from that fear, once you detach from that fear, then you'll be able to fully step into this alchemist energy here. But what you are already doing is alchemizing your own pain or your own need for healing, whether you realize that about yourself or not. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Every card that literally came out, every card that came out that I put back in the deck that I said I wasn't going to take, that came back out. The confidence card, the courage card, the alchemist card, all just came back out yet again. Yeah, it's time for you to step into that courageous energy of the beautiful gift that you already possess. Look at this. Enough said. Enough said. It's bigger than you. You're a curse breaker. You're a curse breaker. And the very people you're breaking curses for, I feel like, are the very people who've been trying to stand in your way, who've been trying to work the hardest towards like not seeing these things be fulfilled. Yep. Freedom, liberty. It says your will to be free. 11:11 on the clock. Your will to be free invokes the stagnant energy in yourself and others to no longer lay dormant. So as you move forward, it's bringing up fear, it's bringing up anxiety, it's bringing up all these things in you because it's what you were stuck in it for a minute, right? When you were a child, you probably were forced to do things that you didn't really like or agree with, but you had to do it anyway because you were a child and you were living under your parents' roof or whatever, right? But you have granted yourself this peace. You've granted yourself this liberty here. And by granting yourself peace, you're starting to choose peace. You're starting to choose peace. And because you gave yourself that peace, you're also aligning with liberty, freedom. And as you continue to choose peace and freedom, you're going to continue to break these curses. You're a curse breaker, baby. You're already breaking these curses, whether you know that or not about yourself. But that's why the fear keeps coming up. And I don't even think a lot of the fear that you're feeling or the anxiety that you're feeling is not even yours. Baby, it's not even yours. Yeah. Clarity is not even yours. You have clarity about something. This freedom and this peace is bringing, look at this, truth right under that. It's bringing clarity. It's bringing truth to the light, truth to the surface. It's bringing truth to the light, truth to the surface. And because of that, you literally, whoever I'm talking to, you're an empath. And you can feel, you can literally feel things. I don't mean feel it on the surface level. I mean, like, you can feel other people's pain. 13:13 on the clock. You can feel other people's pain. You probably been seeing the numbers 222, 555, 88 or 888. Yeah. You can literally feel other people's pain. And they be like, how did you know? Like, you'll probably touch someone and heal them. Like, you literally can heal people through a hug or like touching someone's hand or like literally like looking into their eyes. I'm hearing you can look at somebody and heal them. You don't even have to touch them for some of you. But you are alchemizing this gift of yours. You are alchemizing. You're transmuting this energy. And whether you know it or not, it is empowering you in your gift. It's bigger than you. I don't think you realize that, though. Look at this soul awakening. Soul awakening. It is what's happening right now is so beautiful because it's bigger than you. And I don't think you see that. It's bigger than you and it's bigger than what you think it is. To you, from a human level, you know, from a human vision, right? Probably why this clarity card came out. From a human vision, you probably think that it's like something so small or unimportant or some completely different than what it actually is. Okay. Soul Awakening says individual truth is being sparked and brought back to life. The card that came out right before that was the truth card. The truth card says being honest affects the liar's lies all around you. So the fact that you have chosen peace, the fact that you have chosen freedom, liberty, the fact that you have chosen truth and love, and you've evoked this sense of clarity within your life, you are naturally just fully operating in that. And because of this, it is causing a soul awakening. You're reconnecting to who you truly are. And because of that, you are creating, you're doing the same thing for other people. Because when they're around you, they can't help but to say the right thing or do the right thing or be in the energy of love and truth. It's almost like, y'all know how a person get around a particular person and they literally change up, like their demeanor, their attitude, how they walk, how they talk just changes. And even the person who's doing it don't even fully recognize it, or they don't fully recognize why they're doing it. They're like, dang, why am I talking like this? Why am I eating this type of food? Why am I walking this way? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Because your energy is so powerful and your energy is so strong that you're evoking soul awakenings in other people, not even just within yourself. So it's like, as you continue to alchemize and transmute this energy, you're continuing to awaken other people. You're not only just awakening yourself, you're awakening other people as you take these steps, as you walk along your journey, as you walk in your truth, as you live in liberty, as you live in peace. That fear you be feeling or that anxiety you be feeling, it ain't even yours. That be other people's fears, other people's anxiety, other people's stressors. That's why it's important for you to, whatever fear you have of your own personal gifts or false ideas of those things, you got to let it go. So that when these people's anxieties and fears and things like that come near you, you can transmute that energy. You got to be able to transmute that energy. Hasta luego. Hasta luego, mi amor. But you got to be able to transmute that energy. Because if you're operating in fear, you're going to be on the same side as them. The minute you let yourself fall back into those fears, right? Fall into those lies again. Fall into that chaos again. Fall into that dysfunction. Because whoever I'm talking to specifically, you had a childhood where it was very dysfunctional, but on the surface, it looked very clean and pure and nice and loving. On the surface, it did. On the surface, look at this, the trouble card. With the, look at this. Oh, and the card keep falling. Trouble. Thank you for the hearts, Tricia. It says trouble, and then it says good trouble. Trouble, and then it says good trouble. So you bring trouble into people's lives, but baby, you good trouble. Gracias. Paz y amor, paz y amor. You bring good trouble into people's lives, and it bothers them. Let me tell you something. When you decide to fully step into this gift, it is going to bring so much financial stability for you. And for some of you, you have already fully chosen to step into it, and you're frustrated because you feel like the results that you're desiring hasn't fully come to fruition. And this is your confirmation to keep going. This is your confirmation to keep going. This is your confirmation to keep going. I know I just said that 3 times, baby, this is your confirmation to not quit, right? Because let me tell y'all something. What tends to happen is when we think about the universe has its own frequency. Every aspect of the universe has its own frequency. And the earth is in its own frequency by itself. And so whatever the frequency is that you are on, right? If you're on, say, frequency 100, right? But the thing that you're desiring, the quantum leap, the quantum jump thing that you're manifesting into your life is on frequency 198, right? There's gonna be glitches for you to go from 100 to 198. There's gonna be a glitch in the matrix because you're essentially leaping. You're skipping the line. You're skipping the line. You're doing things in a way that that the matrix does not like for it to happen in, right? So you're literally jumping the line. So when you allow yourself to fall back into fear, anxiety, stress, worry, because things are not going the way that you think that they should be going, you are allowing yourself to become lower in frequency again, right? But as the matrix continues to glitch, you have to continue to affirm and reaffirm that what you have manifested is already yours. Not that it's on its way, or not that it might be here soon, that it's already yours. Like, that is mine. And don't ever do yourself the disservice of falling into the waiting, okay? Don't ever find yourself waiting. You just keep flowing, baby. Keep flowing. Thank y'all for the hearts. Just keep flowing. I am from Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised. You just got to keep flowing. And so there's going to be glitches, but you got to keep affirming and reaffirming. Every time there's a glitch, you say, oh, okay, I've already jumped. I've already transformed. I've already transmuted. I've already done it. You just have to keep affirming and keep reaffirming. Y'all see that distraction? Y'all see that's nothing but a distraction right there. It's everywhere all the time, right? When you're literally leaping. Thank you for the follow. Peace and love, beauty. When you're literally rising into yourself, that's essentially what you're doing. You're choosing to say, hey, I'm me. I am that I am, baby. And when you stop living in the fear or the stress, the anxiety, the worry, when you say, I am that I am, thank you. Thank you. When you choose to say, I am that I am, when you choose to say that this is me, and no matter what my surroundings or environment looks like, what my surroundings or my environment looks like, it don't matter. I trust that I am that I am. I am who I am. Okay. Adios. I am that I am. When you continue to affirm that for yourself, baby, come here. Peace and love. Thank you, Alex. Greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for the hearts. But yeah, when you decide that you're gonna be who you are, right? And I'm gonna give you an example. If you work at a job, right, and you know that job don't allow for certain types of behavior or whatever, but that behavior is true to who you naturally are. If you get up and go to work and you say, well, I'm going to show up as my full self today. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be loving. I'm going to be kind and compassionate, right? But I'm going to show up as my full self. Thank you. Ashe. Alex said, yes, ma'am. No, thank you for simply existing. Gratitude. Thanks for acknowledging my existence, okay? Sending you love. Oh, that just threw me off. Hold on. Babe, I love a good compliment, okay? I love me a good compliment. Anyway, so if you're at work and you decide, like, I'm going to show up as me today, okay? But certain things that you do, whether it's music you listen to, routines or regimens that you may have, but it goes against your workplace, whatever rules or regulations. And you say, today, bump all that. I'm showing up as me, right? And then you get to work, and then they start reprimanding you, writing you up. They start doing all these different things to you because they don't like that you're showing up as yourself. You got to keep in mind that those people are a part of the matrix. And so every person who is contributing to the matrix, known or unknown, they are going to continuously fight against you. Okay, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit want me to talk about this for a second. They are going to continuously fight against you to keep you from moving forward, because the more you elevate, the more you become enlightened, that's the more closer you're going to get to escaping the matrix, to being outside of the matrix. And that is what this true liberty really is. That's what true freedom is all about, right? And so there are some people who are operating, right, in the big M. I'm gonna call it the big M because I don't know how sensitive they are about that word on here. But no matter how much you, I just lost my train of thought. See, so many distractions. Give it back to me, Holy Spirit. It's gonna come back to me. But anyway, the more the big M. I think that's gonna be my word for it from now on. The big M. But if you go to work and that job does not support you being free, being at liberty, right? The big M is going to continue to, the people who are working inside of the big M are going to continue to support it. Some people are doing it knowingly. Some people are doing it unknowingly, okay? Some people are unknowing of their contribution to it, right? And so, yeah, some people are doing it knowingly, and then other people are doing it without their knowledge that they're contributing to the big M, right? And so if you're working a job and you choose, hey, today I'm going to get up and I'm going to show up as my full self because this is the thing that serves my highest and best good, I'm not going to let anyone or anything stand in the way of that, right? That is you rising in frequency. You're becoming more enlightened. You're becoming more true to yourself. You're becoming more aligned to your true self. But the big M does not like that, because the more awakened you become, the more enlightened you become, the more conscious you become, that's the closer you become to breaking free from the big M, right? And so when you finally break free from the big M, liberty, there's going to be this peace. You're going to be able to fully operate, fully thrive, and fully alchemize anything that comes your way, big or small, right or wrong, pretty, ugly, and anything in between, right? You're going to be able to alchemize it all. You're going to be able to literally transmute it into something powerful, literally turning your peace into power. You're going to be able to turn your peace, your pain into power, your pain into purpose. Because your peace is powerful. But in the big M, we be so in our own head, right? We be so focused on, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to school, I gotta get these kids ready for school, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. And so we're so focused on all those different things that we don't even recognize that we're lost, that we're not operating as our full selves. But the reality is, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you think. It's bigger than anything that you were ever told. It's bigger than anything that you were ever made to believe. And that's what they want you to operate in. Fear. That's what they want you to operate in. Fear. Because when you can operate in fear, that benefits them. When you're in your fear instead of your faith, when you're in your fear instead of love, when you're in your fear instead of your freedom, when you're in your fear instead of your kindness and compassion, when you're in your fear instead of your trust and your courage and your bravery, when you're in your fear instead of divine alignment, when you're in your fear, that is their biggest weapon. Look at that. When you're in your fear instead of being in your power, when you're in your fear instead of being in your purpose, what I just say? Purpose. Peace and love. How you doing? Paz y amor. Yes. When you're in your peace, when you're literally in your peace and love, that's a weapon that they can't control. When you're in your faith and your confidence and your courage, they can't do shit about that. Because what they gonna do? Because when you living in truth, they can't tell you a lie and make you believe it. They can tell it to you, but they can't make you believe it. Look at that, student of life. You always, like, if somebody, I feel like you are a person, when somebody tries to tell you a lie, you're going to go do your own research. Somebody tell you a story, you're going to go figure it out on your own and see what parts of what they said is true or not. And it be bothering people that you do that. But every time you do that, you be discovering new truths, higher levels of truth. It says you trust and believe in your ability to grow into who you have always been, allowing no one to hinder your evolution. You may stumble or fall, but you are not down for long. People be trying to, I'm not sure, sweetie. Sorora. Thank you. You said that you subscribed. I'm just not seeing that. Dang it. I don't think she's on here anymore. Peace and love. What did you say, David? You doing tonight? Don't forgive you. Don't forget to give you. Huh? I think there's some words missing in there. Don't forget. Yeah, I think there's some words missing in there. Oh yes, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Yeah, thank you for asking. I am doing very, very well. Success is on the rise, a horizon. Yeah. Thank you for the gifts. Who's this, David? David? What'd you say? Just became the #1 gifter. Thank you. Gratitude. I've been on TikTok for a little minute, y'all, but I still never fully learned how to use it. I ain't even gonna tell you no lies. Seems like there's always so much to be going on. But yeah, so this message was about that though. Like, it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you think. Yeah. Yeah. What they say? Evolution. It's bigger than you, baby. It's bigger than you. Yeah, it's bigger than you. Yeah. Yeah. I left my cash tag connected to this live. Oh wow. Somebody is into something they ain't got no business being into. Hmm. I'm a survivor. That song just popped in my head. I'm not gonna give up. I'm a survivor. I'ma work harder. Somebody been having a rough go of it lately. The death card at the bottom of the deck. I'ma survive. Oh. Somebody is being faced with like a life or death situation. You may have just had like a life or death call or something, like something that was like life or death situation, circumstance that just recently happened. Yeah. Yeah, and it was a wake up call. This is your answer to your prayer, whoever this part of the message is for. It was a wake up call for you. It was a promise that you made to yourself and that you made to the Most High that you were like gonna stop doing. Yeah, it was a promise that you made that you said you was gonna stop doing for the rest of your life. So I'm not gonna do this for the rest of my life. I promise I'm not gonna do it no more. And then you kept doing it, and then you ended up in a life or death situation. Yeah, you ended up in a life or death situation because you kept doing it. And I don't think you intended for it to be that way originally, but that's just kind of how it ended up happening. I believe that's kind of how it just happened. Yeah. It was just like, oh, I'm going to stop this thing. I promise you. Oh, that's what it was. You were in a life or death situation because of something you knew you shouldn't have been doing. And that made you make a promise that you were going to stop doing something. And you may not have stopped doing it yet. Or you stopped for a brief period of time and then you started back doing it. What is this thing related to, Spirit? Let's see. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to pull these cards. Yeah, temptation. I accidentally left that card over there. Temptation. Something has been very, very tempting to you and for you. So if you haven't started back yet doing that thing, good job. Keep it up. Don't quit. Um, you may be being tempted into somebody or something may be tempting you into doing that thing. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, something or someone may be tempting you into doing something that you don't need to be doing. Yeah, but we're gonna see what is this specifically related to. Yeah, what is this specifically related to, dear Spirit? That thing that they're being tempted into doing that they promised they wouldn't do, that they're probably that they need help with. Hmm. somebody is struggling with staying true to themselves. Every time you get around a certain group of people, yeah, because I got right and wrong was just showing itself. Every time you get around a certain group of people, it's hard for you to remain true to yourself. So, for instance, if you were addicted to drugs or alcohol or something like that, you should drink a lot, and you get around a certain group of people, and it's hard for you to say no to the bottle. It's hard for you to say no to a glass of wine or a shot or something like that. Like, you just keep, even though you keep saying, I'm gonna stop drinking, I ain't gonna drink no more, I ain't gonna smoke no more, you just keep picking it up. And you keep changing your mind because the chameleon and the shapeshifter card came out. You keep changing your mind, and you keep trying to convince yourself. That it's not as bad as what it is. And you're causing yourself pain, but you're also affecting other people too, that I don't think you're aware of. You have a younger child who is affected by the situation a lot more than you think she is. It's a daughter, by the way. She's being affected by this a lot more than I believe you realize she is. And you may want to have a conversation with her and check in on her. Yeah, whoever that's for. Yeah. But anything else here, Spirit? Oh, wait. Yeah. It's time for you to choose. Do you choose fear or do you choose freedom? It's your choice. It is 100% your choice. Yeah. You gotta stop changing your colors, changing your spots, because it's convenient. In the present moment, follow through on your commitments, follow through on the things that you said you were gonna do. Not because you're expecting something in return, but because it's the right thing to do. Simply because it's the right thing to do. Stay true to you. I'm getting that message heavy. Stay true to you. There's people around you who's convincing you that your true you is boring, is lame, it sucks. And if it brings you peace, if it makes you feel loved, if it gives you this sense of if it gives you freedom, if it makes you feel loved and cared for and supported and valued and respected, then you keep doing it. Keep being. Because the ones who are trying to convince you that what you're doing is not right or it's not cool are the very ones who's suffering on the inside. They're literally miserable. They're literally in pain. The ones who try to convince you that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving, that whatever you're doing, the changes that you're making is weird. Oh, she's so weird. He's so weird. Why all of a sudden he doing that? Why all of a sudden she talking like that? Why all of a sudden it's bigger than you. That's why. It's bigger than you. Your children watching you. Your neighbors down the street watching you. Your friends' friends are watching you. Your daughter's cousins is watching you. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much bigger than you.
Why am I children?
Girl, be quiet. You supposed to been asleep an hour ago. Oh, you just put them in the dryer. Oh, poor baby. That means another hour. Well, you could take you a nap. You know you good for those. 44 on the clock. You're protected. You're covered. Your transformation is covered. Pun intended. Your transformation is covered. If you were planning on going out to get a new wardrobe, you like, I don't know where the money gonna come from. Your transformation is covered. If somebody was intending on getting a new hairstyle, a haircut or something, and it's costing more money than you thought it was gonna cost, your transformation is covered. Because it's bigger than you. These internal shifts that you're making is bigger than you. It ain't about you, baby. I mean, it's about you, but it ain't about you. It's about you, but it ain't about you. Like, we love you. Yay. You're doing such a beautiful job. You're doing such an amazing job. And also, it's not only about you, it's bigger than you. And for somebody, this may be somewhat connected to somebody's gift. Somebody may be a chameleon. You may be afraid. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You may be afraid to change colors or to change your spots, if we shall, around certain people because of how they're looking at you in it. That's their problem. That's a them problem. That's a them problem. Your freedom, your peace, and that unconditional love should outweigh anything else. Freedom, peace, and love. How much is it worth to you? How much is it worth to you? How much is it worth to you? Freedom, peace, and love. How much is it worth to you? How much is it worth to you? That's the message, beautiful beings. If you have not already heard it today, you are beautiful, you are amazing, and I love you. Until next time. Juicy.